My question to you, Aaron, is you're in charge of training the sales, and sales is difficult and frustrating if the operations side can't implement it and onboard it and retain it. Can you talk a little bit about how refreshing it is to work with these guys on their white glove onboarding process that maybe wasn't so much, 4 or 5 years ago to what it is today?
So Greg, one of the biggest pieces, if we talk about like our clients that get the most impact are the ones who utilize us throughout the company with anybody who's forward facing with a prospective customer or a customer. Because at the end of the day, it's a communication game. And mismanagement of expectations is the number one reason for frustration. So when you talk about white glove and the work the CS team, customer success team at One Click's put in, it's how are we properly setting expectations up front? How are we ensuring we're on the same page versus, all right, great. Hey, thank you for being a customer. Here's a bunch of information. I hope you figure it out. That's what causes churn. So when you talk about the front end, and to Taylor's point earlier, if we do a great job of ensuring that this is truly compelling for somebody and they genuinely want help, more often than not, we can help. Now, to your point, after they become a client, now it's what are you even striving for? What are we doing to help us get there? It's not a software platform per se. This is a function in creating a scalable business that requires more than just a tool. It requires people. And those people have to know how to set really good expectations and understand when people are running into challenges, what's really driving that so we can get to the root of it versus just solving the wrong end of the problem.
And from your neutrally outside, inside, perspective, how good is their onboarding process now? If I were to sign up with them, what would I expect? How would you say, you know what, this is a 10 out of 10. They're very quick, efficient. We don't get a lot of frustration calling back the sales team. What would you say? How would you kind of rate it, if you will?
Let's go with an 8.47.
All right. I like it. I like the accuracy. What's the highlight of it for you?
Thank you. There was a question. It goes back to the question you asked earlier, and Taylor touched on it, Greg. At the end of the day, we're all people, and none of us are perfect. You can have the best process in the world, but let's be real. We all have our off days. There's not a single company out there that does everything 100% of the time. They don't exist.
Yep.
So what it boils down to is how can we control what we control? How can we constantly look at process to ensure it's as tight as it is? Because at the end of the day, we can have the best process in the world, but we're all dealing with people, not only from an employee side, but with a client side. So as long as we're controlling the items that we can control, yeah, that onboarding's tight in a way where both people win.
I love it. Well, I want to wrap it up. We're short here for time, but I want to remind everybody that we do have some additional podcasts prior to this one that you can learn a little bit more about One Click. There'll also be some links at the bottom of this video for Aaron and his team if you want to learn a little bit more about what they do and possibly engage them. And also there'll be some more videos to come. We're going to follow One Click Contractor as a part of the continued evaluation process, as well as eagerness to learn about what they're doing and how they're doing it and how they're helping people all across the country. So again, thank you for tuning in. My name is Greg Cummings, CEO of Power100 and your host of PowerChat. We appreciate you tuning in. And if you want to view anything else, more content like this, you can visit our website at www.power100.io. Thanks a lot. And as always, power up.